And shout out to Romanian Quick Live players. So that, yeah. Anyway, we're getting into the game here. It's map number 1, aerial walk between these two. And Cypher's being very aggressive, very inquisitive as to what's going on at the red. Oh, hi, hello there, Pavel. As Pavel drops and makes Cypher's life somewhat hellish as Pavel picks away that mega health there.
Yeah, great dodging by Pavel. He avoided all of Cypher's rockets. I was thinking at least 1 or 2 of those would hit.
And Pavel is
wow.
doing some good rocket work here, that is for sure. Doesn't need to see his opponent to connect damage, which is a very, very good skill to have in this game. Prediction.
Very solid.
But there's no frag just yet. And could this be one of those aerial walks that we see sometimes in Once in a Blue Moon, where it's like really low fragging and close? Every frag highly labored and taking quite some time to occur. Pavel taking around the side there though. Okay, Pavel trying to find a good angle onto it. Cypher, he doesn't want to play on Cypher's terms, but that's in fact what he actually ended up doing there. And Cypher got some great damage and got to fall back towards the mega positioning. Oh no, Pavel taking a lot of damage from the aerial lightning gun of Cypher there. Perfect engagement for Cypher. His damage output very strong indeed. Cypher going to be able to wait for this mega. Opting to be a little bit slower than perhaps he should have been. The pressure there on red.
Yeah, Pavel's initial advantage is kind of evaporated by now. This would be a great time for Cypher to make his way up to the red.
And looks like that's what he's trying to do. Gets actually up the stairs there, opening with rockets when he could have opened with LG. That is dangerous. Dangerous stuff.
He could even get the yellow here. I think he will.
I am not really too sure. This is very slow play from these two players so far. Cypher finding some good damage there, and this is the danger of the slow play though, because if you manage not to connect anything like Pavel, okay, Pavel connecting there is really helpful, but as soon as Cypher picks up this red armor, look at the stack that he's offering with. If he has this now, and the danger, right, is the fact that he starts cycling yellow as well, right?
Yeah,
so
I mean, Pavel needed to hit that exit damage there, or else he'd be in big trouble.
And Cypher waiting for that yellow, and if he's timing that as well as cycling it, so he has all the precision in the world to operate from, that's going to really help as he actually takes a lot of bad rockets from Pavel there, but Pavel does go down to the shotgun in the end as he didn't have much to work with. 3-minute mark approaching, and we've had 3 frags. Definitely very slow, but both players finding damage here and there. Great little defensive grenades coming in on to Cypher from Pavel. Pavel's still trying to find a way, an angle into this game, something that could help him repair the damage that Cypher's been doing to the scoreboard. So far it is not something that he can find so easily, as Cypher defends this mega pretty well. It's got some good positioning and really shutting Pavel down on all the angles, and we can see some of the grenades flying in. We saw this previously, this kind of play from Kula, was it? I think it was, yeah, Kula playing remarkably out of control, really providing huge amounts of damage. Being unseen, this is exactly the kind of thing to do, but not really getting the luck there of any connections with the grenades.
2 hits. Impressive.
And do you like how Pavel's playing with this?
No, because Cypher can push the yellow now if he's fast enough, and then it's going to be really hard for him.
So what would you advocate?
It just seemed like that was a good time for him to back off, get the 25 and the 50 equalize. I mean, you have to keep in mind on this map, the red armor is only half the armor on the map. And if you die in a fight right before the red armor is picked up and the other armors are up, you give your opponent more armor than he should get.
That's definitely a very important point, and Cypher is really feeling the benefits of Pavel's slow playing at the moment, because this stack is very intimidating. And Mega's coming up, and really what can Pavel do to stop Cypher from grabbing this? And Cypher actually rocket jumping before he took it and then messing up the rocket jump anyway, so whatever. I do what I want. Cypher gets the kill up the stairs. This is looking way too easy. Pavel needs to find a second breath of life. Get a new wind in him to try and bring something back, and he does in fact pause the game. We had this with Evil before. I think he's complaining of lag. I don't know what those words mean. Govoru Laget. I don't know, but Laget is the Swedish word, but it could also be another word from another language. Anyway, the match is paused for now. It's 8-0, and Cypher and Pavel. It's looking like Pavel's really having a lot of trouble in this game. I don't know whether it's related to some outside issue, whether it, lag or whatever, or whether he's just struggling to just, what he's trying to do just isn't working. I mean, some of his spam, nothing's really been connecting, his spam, and
yeah, he had a great start, and then I think Cypher just played really solid. Pavel hasn't answered.
They want to change server, I think.
Yeah, it could be.
One is Russian and one's Belarusian. You'd think that it would be quite easy for them to find something playable, but we're back in the game anyway, I think, and both players are moving, so this is legit, it seems, and it's like they're continuing. We've hit the halfway mark between these two. One rocket coming in onto Cypher there. Cypher finally taking some damage, but Pavel has to keep it going. He can't just be satisfied with what he just did. He's got to find the follow-up. He's got to commit to a frag, start playing some aggression there. Oh, 12 health, great rail. Pavel just so close, 12 health. That's all he has. There's no 25s to be had there. And I guess, maybe that's not information that Pavel has. And Cypher will pick those up and be feeling a little bit more comfortable. Pavel's going to be surprised by Cypher there. Oh man, Cypher dealt a lot of damage there that he had no right to deal, I think. And even gets the frag. That was Pavel's situation, I think.
Yeah, that was some miraculous rocket work by Cypher.
But I guess he is at least somewhat known for that.
Indeed.
But I don't know if you know, like I nicknamed on FACEIT, I've nicknamed Pavel the Cosmonaut.
The what?
The Cosmonaut. Okay. I'm trying to make it catch on because one, he's Russian, and two, he's when he plays defensively, his rockets are the best bar none. They're really, really good, very often. So to me, he's the Cosmonaut. But so far, we've not seen that kind of action. But then again, that kind of style of play not really so prominent on Aerowalk or so useful. As Pavel doesn't really have a lead to defend either, nothing to defend but his own dignity. As Cypher does get caught in the back there, but every time Pavel has any good situation, it's just like Cypher just wins anyway. Just wins the fight every time. Things are looking very desperate now and quite depressing. Pavel probably has quite a forlorn look on his face at the moment with nothing he's trying. It seems to be working. And Cypher will collect more and more armor to extend his lead ever further. And there's 3 minutes remaining now. And a 10 frag deficit for Pavel. And with Cypher hitting rails like that, it's just impossible. So is Pavel already thinking about the next map, do you think?
I don't know him, but I don't know. It looks like he's still trying to play his best here. I mean, I don't think he's gonna win, but he had some pretty nice dodging over there. He's not giving up his skills very easily. He's making a good effort to keep the score as low as possible. It seems he's doing creative rocket jumps.
Yeah, I gotta say, Pavel's definitely a player that you don't really see him like give up, or you don't really see him react too emotionally to a lot of situations. He just seems to be this really like solid player in pretty much all ways. So hopefully, that trend continues, and I think we'll really see some. I mean, the other maps are really gonna favor him more. I guess it's like you always put Cypher over Pavel for an Aerowalk game, even though Pavel is very good on Aerowalks. You still will give the edge to Cypher. But something like Blood Run will be very interesting. I'm quite looking forward to seeing that between these two guys, because Pavel is just such a good Blood Run player. If he gets a good start as well, I'm going to be very curious to see how Cypher decides, or what Cypher decides to employ to try and take it back away from Pavel. But we'll see how it goes. Right now, it looks, 10 frags, a minute and a half. It's not happening, I don't think. Cypher running away pretty well at the moment, doing a lot of defensive damage, finding it in places which it shouldn't be found, and Pavel gonna fall once again to the rockets of Cypher there as he gets even more damage out. And do you have any predictions for this group? I mean, it's a stacked group, it's the group of death, even though we have only two groups. Evil, Pavel, Cypher, Twister. How's it gonna go out?
So far I like the way Cypher and Evil are playing. So I think it's fair to expect them both to advance. As for their match, it's hard to say because I think they could both imagine beating their opponents on the other side of the bracket. They could maybe envision the final, so maybe they'll hold back a little bit in their match, just feel each other out a little bit and save their best effort for the final. But yeah, I think both of them really want to win. I think Cypher will want to show that he can beat Evil.
Yeah, and Cypher's typically not had very good results from what you would expect. I mean, it is Cypher. Cypher is really, really good, a very talented, gifted player. And online, he doesn't show the best his true self. I think that we see on LAN. So, but the fact that he's playing, that he's enjoying the game still is fantastic. And hopefully, we will see him take this more seriously than perhaps he would take normally a Sunday Cup or something.
Yep.
And we will see him come into his own. But there we go, good game, 16-1. Pavel finds himself on the side of the 1 instead of the 16, which is unfortunate for him. But we'll move on to Blood Run. Is it Blood Run?
That's right.
Awesome, Blood Run. And then the Campgrounds Decider. Should Blood Run be won by Pavel, which it most certainly could be. But we'll see. I mean, Cypher, Cypher to me was one of the players who, when I looked at Blood Run, I was like, Cypher, because back in like 2007, 2008, Cypher was like another level to everyone on this map. I mean, now we've moved on to Quake Live, things are different, but at the same time, he's incredibly good here, so as well as Pavel. So I'm looking forward to this one. Any thoughts?
I hope to see them both play well, and I'd like to see Pavel, give us a little bit of a closer game. Maybe make it a 3-mapper.
Yeah, it would be interesting, definitely.
I mean, just to mention, the one thing I notice a lot on this map is that if Cypher is hitting all his shots from down low when he's near the mega health, he never really seems to lose very often. So
he is really good at dealing damage out of control. Cypher, this guy is. What was the last match you played against Cypher? Because you must have played him at some point.
QuakeCon last year, actually. We played in the semifinal.
Okay. We can talk about that later, as well as the rail thing from before.
Yep.
But here we go into the game. It's map number 2. It's match point, in fact, for the one, the only Belarusian Cypher on Blood Run, and he's off to a tumultuous start here as he gets assaulted by plasma bolts left and right. But the stacks are relatively close. So maybe we'll see that typical convergence on the second red.
Yeah, I mean the one thing to notice I think is that Pavel doesn't have a lightning gun or a railgun yet.
Plasma rockets, baby, that's all you need. And Pavel is using them pretty well, but he gets caught out. He missed that crucial rocket. So I forgot the LG lock, and that was all she wrote. Pavel, not off to a good start. He really needed it, desperately needed it, to assure his chances at a victory here.
Very quick rail.
Oh my goodness, that is despicable amounts of damage there. Cypher, he's still got. Oh, they're even on stacks now. That changes everything. Means that Pavel can stick around. He knows it as well. He can hear. And look at that. The eagerness from Cypher is his undoing. I just peek. I just want that one rail. I can hit that one rail. But no, no rails. No, you just die. And that's what happened.
No, I mean he probably thought to himself, okay, that rocket jump should not have happened. I should still have 300 health.
So Cypher and Pavel are back even again. So this is great news for Pavel and his chances here. Might be a challenge coming up soon on the Mega. As Pavel runs around the Plasma YA area, they are relatively even. I wonder if Pavel knows the stack situation, because after hitting that rail, he could definitely go for it. But no, in fact, he's going to just be content waiting for this red armor. But he's going to risk taking damage now, as he alleviated all the pressure from Cypher after the Mega pickup. And look at this. Cypher just rocket jumps up, gets position, bullies Pavel away, and gets the red. And now Pavel has no red, no armor, no nothing.
Well, that was a really nice fast move by Cypher. Did not see that coming from Pavel's perspective.
And Pavel gets caught again. No moonwalk action to save him there. but still it's 1-1. So, I mean, okay, you can explain how important is, like on other maps, like you're gonna give away your life probably for pressure, but how important is this survival from 17 health? How much does it mean, this frag?
On ZTN, in a situation like this, where you know, Cypher, let's look at his health real quick. So Cypher's on full stack. So if Pavel gives away his life right now, it probably won't help him too much. I mean, it's probably to his benefit to soak up as much of the health on the map as he possibly can. If on the other hand Cypher has maybe 100 health, 75 armor, and you know they're about to have a battle and no armors are coming up for a while, then it might make sense to sacrifice yourself and hope that off the respawn you can rush one of the major items. But right now I think especially since the score is 1-1, Pavel's going to play, you know, as if it were sudden death.
And not to mention as well the defensive power you have on this map. The lead is like so much more potent of a consideration, I think, sometimes too. It's still 1-1. Pavel running around. And this is the test, really. I mean, I remember a game between a guy called CZM and Zamis in ESWC 2004, which was like this, kind of. Well, Zamis had a bit of a lead, right?
Yeah,
a little bit of a lead.
It was a bit more one-sided. Well, I mean, he got a point after 5 minutes and a point after 10 minutes in a 15-minute match. So.
But right now, Pavel is trying to do what you were doing. He's trying to survive on nothing. Trying to survive on absolutely nothing.
It's a fun game to play.
And it's a very fragile game, that's for sure. He's got to make all the right reads. And because Cypher's going to have these times when he'll switch up that route or switch something up, and Pavel has to not get caught, because if he gets caught once, that could be it for him. And here he's going to go for the mega.
Very risky.
Oh my god.
Even if he got it, I don't think he would have won that fight.
No. And it would be uncharacteristic as well, because he doesn't seem of the mind that he would be prepared to like rush off the follow-up spawn as well, because like he hasn't been playing like that. So again, it really shows that he probably wasn't reading the stack as he very correctly there. His estimate was off, and now he's lost the lead. So that implications are pretty huge there, and Cypher's still stacked.
I mean, in Pavel's defense, it probably was the closest their stacks have gotten in a while. So he might have felt like, hey, this is my only chance for foreseeable future to have an even close to an even fight. But also, if he had backed off, he might have thought, okay, I'll be stuck at the plasma room. Where am I going to go after there? Cypher will get the mega, get the low YA, get the shards, and just wait for me at the grenade.
Do you have any not tips necessarily, but any kind of plays that you think are like really strong to make in Pavel's position? Because you know it's a very difficult position to deal with. It's being out of control is very tough.
So I mean, there's no universal solution. You know, it always kind of depends upon what your opponent's doing, what your opponent's style is. But I think an underutilized play is maybe in that situation getting the plasma yellow twice. Like when it's so dire, just you know, don't even bother crossing the map.
As a player in control, how do you deal with that? You just have to switch up your routes?
Well, I mean, if you come up the lightning gun jump pad like Cypher's doing right now, and you get in there when your opponent's exposed, you know, you'll trap them no problem. It's a matter of you guessing where your opponent's going to wait better than your opponent guesses where you're going.
Pavel's falling from the sky. But yeah, there's a lot of guessing games, a lot of reading, player reading going on. And it's 3 frags, it's still very accomplishable, and so Pavel hit some great rails there, really setting himself up to try and make himself a ways back into this game, engineer a comeback of sorts as Cypher picks up another yellow. Everything is spawning in like 20 seconds, so here's Pavel making his move. This is the right time to do it as well. Yeah, he gets the frag too, but this is dangerous now after taking that rocket in the face. Pavel is actually open to aggression. He can't really be he can't put himself out there really very much. Does get the mega, gets the rail, this Cypher gets the red armor, and Pavel and Cypher are somewhat even now.
I was hoping Pavel would get to the... oh, this is a good trap.
And here we go, Pavel rocket jumps up, 36 health, good move. Great little bit of prediction, he's got to be careful though, Cypher is lurking in the upper corridor. with his eyes on that red, but Pavel able to secure that with some well-placed grenades. 2.5 minutes left in this map. This map number 2 is match point for Cypher. So if Pavel wants to stay alive, he has to make things happen very soon. And this is the group of death, more or less. Cypher, Pavel, Evil, and Twister. So Pavel really needs to win every single match he can. If he could win against Cypher, that would be huge in his chances in this group to make it through to the single elim bracket. But there's a rocket jump up from Pavel. No Cypher coming through that way. And in fact, Cypher's going to be that annoying brat with that railgun in hand, just pushing him off that red armor. So Cypher's doing a great job, and look, he even decides that that's a great move to go in for some damage there. How do you like that play from Cypher?
Cypher's playing great.
Like to do the damage and then back off.
Yeah, it's perfect. He took less than he gave.
And what do you think of like some of the implications of plays like that? Like what is like the value of a play like that, instead of like maybe sticking around longer, or maybe doing a little bit less damage, or maybe not even engaging at all? Because it feels like it's gonna basically slow down Pavel, or like bite. It's like a buying time. Like even if Cypher comes off a little bit worse, is it like it's okay? You buy yourself some time and you like remove some of their options.
I think the best benefit for Cypher so far is that he's been unpredictable. So even the times that Pavel has guessed that he'd be unpredictable and Pavel's put himself way out of position, a lot of the time Cypher would just do the obvious thing. And, let's see here. This is a decent little 1 minute comeback here.
Yeah, this could go pretty well for Pavel. And this, I love these situations on Blood Run. There's so many classic, like, chasing, like, bending around a corner to get the overtime. Can Pavel make it happen? Cypher's off the spawn. Oh no. Oh, almost swore there, Pavel. What the hell? He didn't get the frag.
He switched to lightning.
He didn't get the frag. Unbelievable. 30 seconds left in this one. And Pavel speeding along to try and find Cypher. Cypher going through to the Plaza Way. The rocket jump in from Pavel. He's got to be careful about these rocket jumps. Look at the defensive rockets. Pavel is eating them up there. Oh my god, he had the frag, man. That's
really crucial,
he had the frag. It was like served to him on a plate. Heated and clean plate. Oh my
that's
god.
Heartbreaking.
It's... Oh. What do you say about that? I mean, what do you say about that?
You can't say much. You just gotta feel sorry for him.
Just gotta have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
Pavel, you had it, man. He spawned in front of you. You had everything. He had the stack.
No.
He had everything.
Just one weapon switch, or if he just ran after him.
Yeah.
Instead of jumping off. Yeah.
It's like he didn't want to win. Anyway, that was 2-0 from Cypher. So Cypher looks like. What do you think of Cypher's shape? It's looking good, right?
Yeah, he's looking really good.
I think it's looking better than he usually looks on our Sunday Cups, which is very encouraging to see. Maybe the grandeur of the season finale is helping to motivate him to really perform his best. But God, Pavel, what are you doing?
Pavel played really well. I feel like he just.
That's depressing.
I don't know if nerves affect him, but that was kind of the one situation where he really needed to hit it.
Could be some nerves, maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Anyway, the next match is going to be, let's have a look on our little piece of paper here, Evil versus Cypher. Whoa. Evil versus Cypher will be the next match. And we'll go to a break and we'll bring you that. But before we do, I just remind you about the giveaway we have in store. If you go onto our Facebook FACEIT community, and 3 lucky winners, should they be able to correctly guess the winner of today's season finale, the winter season finale, they could win 1 month of free premium for Quake Live. So go and just spam our Facebook with messages. Could be the winner, or it could be questions to CZM maybe.
All right.
Or it could be anything really that you want to spam with. But we'll go to a quick break, and when we come back, Evil versus Cypher. 2 huge names.